Hello and welcome back to Leave Her Wild. It's been a very strange week, as you guys saw from the title of this video. For me personally, it's been one hell of a week, to say the least. So let's start from the beginning. I made it to Pensacola and Bandit and I spent some time on the beach, but it was pretty chilly, so we didn't spend too much time on the beach. I was having trouble trying to find places to park. I've stayed at Walmart pretty much most of the time, or at least the whole time I was in Pensacola. And then I decided to just make my way to Panama. Pensacola was kind of looking like it was gonna rain and it was really chilly, and I just wanted to find warmer weather. So I made my way to Panama, and I love Panama. It's one of my favorite beaches and it's absolutely beautiful, but it was drizzling the whole time. And we did spend some time at the beach in Panama, like hours. There at one point, or on one of the days, we were at me and our Bandit were like on the beach for like 2 hours. We had a lot of fun, but disaster struck while I was in Panama. Probably one of the worst possible scenarios happened to me while I was in Panama. So I stopped to get gas somewhere along the way between Pensacola and Panama. And when I got to Panama, I went to Walmart to grab a couple of things that I needed. And when I went up to pay, I couldn't find my debit card. So I freaked out and I went and looked in the van, and I couldn't find it in any of my pockets. I couldn't find it in I have like 2 purses. I couldn't find it in either one. Like I couldn't find it anywhere just in the van. And so how I bank is through PayPal. And so PayPal is essentially the middleman, and it's through like a legit bank, but it's all done through PayPal. And so I always have a super hard time like communicating with PayPal. You can't just like call them like a normal bank. You have to like do it through messages online. And so I tried that, and it took them forever to get back with me, and I just was freaking out. I had no money, $0, no cash, zilch, nothing. So I called my mom, because you know that's what adults do when they're in trouble. They call their parents. We did everything that we could to like try and figure it out. We couldn't figure it out, so I wound up going to a Regions bank and actually getting a bank account, one that I did myself. And so I was able to transfer money from my PayPal into my Regions bank account. So I don't have all of my money per se. I still do have some money in PayPal, but I have enough money to get by for the next week. I changed my direct deposit, so now once I get paid, it'll be into that bank account, not my PayPal, and I will be all set. I have enough money for the next week. I get paid in a week, I'll be fine. But that was like one of the most stressful days, and it was raining. And so I will say though that being in Panama, I was able to sleep at a Walmart that was right next to a dog beach in Panama, and that's where Bandit and I spent a couple of hours hanging out. And so that was really nice. But again, it was drizzling the whole time and it was chilly, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going south. I want warmer weather. And so we started driving to Tampa. Tampa was a nightmare, and I vlogged, and I was even attempting to do like a day in the van life video for you guys. I was so frustrated because everything that I did, I couldn't do anything except drive. I drove probably 2 to 3 hours aimlessly looking for a dog park in Tampa, and every single time I looked up the dog park, I went there, it was like no longer a dog park, or it was like under construction, or there was some reason, or like there was just no parking. And so I was so irritated with Tampa. I was like, I'm over this, I'm not even gonna stay here, I'm not gonna spend any time here. So I kept driving, and then I looked on iOverlander just to see if there, I was willing to go to like a state park and like pay for camping because I was just over Tampa. I was not about it. And I looked on iOverlander, and I actually found this cool little spot that you could essentially camp at. You could stay there overnight, and it's on a toll road on a bridge. It's a rest area. So I paid the toll to drive over that bridge, and I actually camped at there's 2 rest stops. I camped at one of them, and it was really peaceful. There was a ton of other vans and travelers, like RVs and stuff, so I felt safe. That was a good experience. That was the only good experience that came out of Tampa, and it was actually really pretty. And I thought about staying longer, but it was on the side of a highway, so I didn't. And Samantha, who helped install my diesel heater, is actually here where I am at right now. She's not, I don't know exactly where she's at, but she's in the same town, and we are planning on getting together at some point to hang out. But she's the one that told me about the place that I am currently at, and this is free parking. And I drove all the way here from Tampa this morning. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna drive, and I'm gonna get there. And here I am. Now, today has been hands down the most relaxing and enjoyable, stress-free, soothing day of this entire Florida trip. I've been so stressed out, and I have been enjoying it. Of course that there are moments that I enjoy, but more often than not, I'm finding myself stressed about parking or dog parks or things in my life personally. And I just have so much stuff going on right now that on top of just traveling and like learning van life in general, like this is all still pretty much new to me, and I've just been low personally lately, and that's adding on to all the stress factors that happen like during normal everyday life. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful for today. And I have a gut feeling, like I just have a feeling in my heart that the rest of this trip is gonna go like today has gone. People probably think I'm insane talking to myself, but as you guys know, Jason and I, we're married. I think still technically we're married, but our divorce is being finalized as we speak. Maybe already done by the time you see this video. I told Jason that I probably really wouldn't say anything on it. I wouldn't make a video about it or anything like that. But I do want to say something at least. So I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to go into detail about anything. All I'm going to say is sometimes things in life happen and we don't get to know why, whether we like it or not. Jason and I are both far from perfect. we had a lot of stressors in our relationship, and it just is what it is. Things happen. We don't get to know why. All that we can do, or at least for me, the only thing that I can do to keep myself sane at this point is accept it, learn from it, and move on. Jason did say in his video that I do not want to be friends with him. That is true. I hope that one day we can be friends, but where I am at mentally, I don't think that that's the healthiest choice for myself. And like a lot of you have pointed out to him, he needs to do what's best for him. And I believe that's true. And I respect his wishes and his wants. And I need to do what's best for myself as well. And so for me right now, I think the healthiest thing that I can do is distance myself from him. And at some point in the future, I know that we'll be a part of each other's lives again. I mean, I will most definitely see him again in the near future. We have the YouTube meetup. My car is still on his property, and I'm hoping to get that out of his way in March. And so, of course, there's things. We were married. It's not like we are just breaking up and never going to talk to each other again. Like, there's still a lot of aspects that tie us together at the moment. I wish him nothing but the best. I want him to be happy. I want to find a happiness, and I think that we both will. Unfortunately, no matter how much you love someone, it doesn't always work out, and that's what we are seeing here. And like he said, like, I'm not asking you to choose sides. Like I said, we're gonna be in each other's lives, and right now we just aren't. We are going through something major, life-changing events. But I do believe that sometimes we as humans can be stubborn, and sometimes God has to do something to make us get out of our own way. I have to believe that God has a plan for both of us, whether that's apart, whether we find each other again one day, whether we never speak again. What's meant to be is happening. And we both live really weird lives, and we both put our lives on YouTube for all of you to see, and you all have a right to comment on it. Of course, we both wish that everyone would not be negative and everyone would just kind of put yourself in our shoes. We always say that we keep it truthful and real, and that's all we're trying to do without giving you too much, because sometimes things are just left better unsaid. And it's, yes, we put our lives on the internet, but truly it is nobody's business what goes on behind closed doors. And I'm not gonna touch on it any more than that. My main point is that things in life happen. We don't get to know why. It just is what it is. God has a plan. I give it to him. It is out of my hands, and I know that everything happens for a reason, and today was a good day, and I will take that good day, and I will take it to heart because I needed it. And so I am going to soak up the rest of the day and enjoy the heat, because y'all, it is hot outside. I am in a bathing suit on the beach, and I'm happy. And I know that life is hard for all of us, but we're gonna make it. So as always, you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. I feel so weird right now, but this is life, this is work, this is what I gotta do, so I gotta get used to it. But there's nothing left to say about that. I won't comment on it. If you feel the need to leave a comment about either one of us, I can't stop you, but I ask the same thing that Jason did, is that you just respect our wishes to not talk negatively about either one of us, I guess. I think we could all use a little more love and a lot less hate. The world's already ugly enough. So on that, I will leave you, and hopefully, no. The next video that you guys see me will be a very good, happy video. Good days on the beach. So I'll see you guys then.